Oh yes, hello sports fans, hello YouTube. Flip 67 here. So let's talk about the NBA playoffs now. NBA playoff talk. Now let's start off with the Houston Rockets losing to the Golden State Warriors. Honestly, let's start it off. Both Chris Paul and Clinton Capella, in all honesty, one of those guys should have taken less money. Why one of those guys should have taken less money is because they probably could have re-signed Trevor Ariza. That would have probably helped if they had Trevor Ariza against Golden State in this series. Might have actually had a chance to upset Golden State, and because of that, that's just one idea why they lost the series. But that's just an idea. But the actual reason why, my personal opinion, the reason why the Houston Rockets did lose to the Golden State Warriors, or didn't even force a Game 7, which was kind of disappointing because you figured in that Game 6. There's only two ways how that worked. Golden State would have finally ended the series, or Houston would have jumped up big enough where basically Golden State would have just handed them the game, which that didn't happen. Golden State did not hand them the game, and Golden State went on and win the series. So that's the Houston and Golden State series. Well, the Milwaukee and Boston series, we all know Boston was just no match for Milwaukee. People can argue, did Kyrie Irving just take too many shots? Did this team just not gel? Part of the problem I thought in that series was basically, I think Brad Stevens just trusted Gordon Hayward too much. Maybe they should have just gone small, stop playing Gordon Hayward, just gone small, go with the young guys, run and gun maybe. The series would have been more of a series instead of a 4-1, basically a 4-1 easy victory for the Milwaukee Bucks, basically. Now, that's the end of that series. Now let's talk about the Western Conference. Let's start off. Should we start off in the Western Conference? Actually, I'm sorry. Take that back. I already just did the Western Conference. I was going. My bad. That's just messed up. But okay, let's go into that Denver-Portland series. To me, this is a shocker. I am really shocked that the Portland Trail Blazers defeated the Denver Nuggets in Denver, Game 7. I mean, don't get me wrong. Both of these teams are young. I did not doubt Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum for Portland. What I didn't understand was I just thought Denver physically was just going to man up and just beat Portland up front. That's what I thought. I thought Jokic, those guys up front would have just pound the ball up front. Did not happen. Portland, what can you say, man? Portland, Lillard, CJ McCollum, Rodney Hood, those other guys stepped up. And they just beat Portland. I'm just mind blown. Out of so far this playoffs, I think that's to me the biggest shocker. Portland beating Denver. I just think that was just a real big shocker in general. And then and the other series in the Eastern Conference, which I forgot. Toronto beating Philadelphia. Now I know it took one miracle shot, per se, for Toronto to beat Philadelphia. It's a tough call. I mean, that series, I guess, was a coin flip. I just feel like that if Toronto, though, if they want to get past Milwaukee, they need Kyle Lowry to show up. Definitely need Kyle Lowry to show up. Kawhi Leonard's playing this MVP basketball. Probably was playing as good as Kevin Durant, basically. So Toronto will play. All right, so let's do this. I have to do this. I'm not talking about doing this. So let's think about it. So Western Conference Finals, we got the Golden State Warriors versus the Portland Trail Blazers, and the Eastern Conference Finals we got Toronto versus Milwaukee. So let's figure this out. I think I don't know, it's tough because the matchup for Portland, I don't know, Portland should got a chance to at least take one or two games in the series, but the thing about it is I think Portland's style of play favors Golden State, even though let's be honest, even without Kevin Durant, Golden State should be favored to get to the finals this year, even without Kevin Durant playing. So, but the thing about it is, maybe Durant might play, maybe after Game 3 or 4, maybe. Or if he plays at all. Or who knows, maybe he plays Game 1, who knows. I didn't really double check. We should have actually double checked that, but who knows. But the idea is Portland, the style of play of Portland, I think will play in favor of Golden State. So I think Golden State should beat Portland. I don't know, maybe they go 5, maybe 6 games, but Golden State should get to the NBA Finals, basically. And on the Eastern Conference side, this is probably another toss-up. Maybe this is actually a toss-up between Toronto and Milwaukee, because basically both teams do rely on one player in general. So you figure Toronto basically is going to rely on Kawhi Leonard and some help. And Milwaukee, same thing. Greek the freak, basically, and pick a player, I guess. I like that. Pick a player, whoever shows up. Whoever shows up for Milwaukee is going to be interesting. I guess it depends. In that Milwaukee Toronto series, I guess who's starting five shows up, whose bench shows up, whoever shows up for either one of that, chances are, I don't know. That's, to me, it's a toss-up between Toronto and Milwaukee. I know how well the Greeks playing. There's a chance that Milwaukee should get to the NBA Finals, but then again, you know what I mean? Greek is basically one person. Same thing like Toronto. Kawhi Leonard, basically. So it's going to be an interesting toss-up. So I don't know. I guess we'll call that a draw, basically. So whoever wins that will get to the finals. And whoever plays, me personally, if it is Milwaukee playing Golden State in the finals, I think Milwaukee would probably give Golden State a series. But if it is Toronto, I don't know. I think Golden State should beat Toronto pretty easy. I think that goes down 5-6 games if it's Toronto. If it's Milwaukee, depending if Kevin Durant plays, and that's the key factor. If Kevin Durant plays in that Milwaukee series, I think, you know, maybe if Kevin Durant doesn't play, I think Milwaukee maybe goes 6-7 games maybe and actually might win. I know it sounds crazy. Somebody might beat the Golden State Warriors. It's kind of crazy. I think I would give Milwaukee a shot to win. If it's Toronto, though, I'm like, nah, forget it. It's over. But besides that, like, comment, subscribe. We out of here. Aloha, everybody.